They believed you'd never let them go. In the past, when they disappeared or walked away, you always came running back. They counted on it. They knew exactly what would happen every single time. You would chase them. You would beg them. You would try to fix whatever they said was broken. This pattern became their comfort zone, their safety net, their guarantee that no matter what they did, you would always be there waiting. But something has changed now, something they never saw coming, and they are starting to panic because the pattern they trusted has finally been broken. Every time they pulled away, you reached out harder. When they went silent, you sent message after message hoping for a response. They would ignore your calls and you would call again. They would create distance and you would close the gap. This cycle repeated itself over and over. They learned they could count on your love being stronger than their bad behavior. Your need to hold them became the foundation they built their confidence on. They knew you would never truly walk away. So they tested you. They pushed boundaries. They disappeared for days or weeks knowing you would still be there when they decided to come back. Your forgiveness was guaranteed. Your door was always open. Your heart always made room for them again. This became the dance you both knew by heart. Until now. But this time you did something different. When they walked away, you didn't follow. When they went silent, you stayed silent too. When they expected you to reach out like always, you chose peace instead. Days passed, then weeks, and you didn't break the way you used to. They waited for the usual pattern to play out. They expected your name to light up their phone. They anticipated your familiar need to fix things. But none of that happened. The script they memorized has been rewritten without their permission. Now confusion is settling into their mind. Concern is growing in their chest. The confidence they had is starting to crack. They can't believe you're actually doing this, that you're actually staying away, that you've actually chosen yourself for once. The power they held over you is slipping through their fingers, and they're beginning to realize they may have finally pushed you too far. Like this video right now if this situation feels familiar to you. Right now they are going through something they've never experienced with you before. Panic mixed with disbelief. Their first thought was simple. This has happened before. They always come back. So they waited. Confident. Comfortable. Sure that any moment now you would crack and reach out like you always did. But days kept passing. Your silence remained unbroken. And their confidence started turning into confusion. They began checking your social media more often. Looking for signs. Searching for clues about what you're doing and who you're with. Are you okay? Are you angry? Are you finally done? These questions run through their mind now. Questions they never had to ask before because you always made yourself available to answer them. Their pride tells them to stay strong, to wait it out, to let you come crawling back like always. But something else is growing inside them. A small voice of worry that maybe this time is actually different. They notice you're not viewing their stories anymore. You're not liking their posts. You're not giving them any attention at all. This silence from you is louder than any argument you ever had. It speaks a language they're not used to hearing from you. The control they felt is starting to slip. The pattern they trusted is breaking down. And deep inside, beneath all their pride and ego, a new feeling is emerging. One they didn't expect. Fear. Fear that they may have actually lost you this time. Fear that their guarantee has expired. Fear that the one person who never gave up on them has finally decided to give up. Type, I choose me, to claim your power and affirm your growth. Sleep isn't coming easy to them anymore. They lie awake, replaying every moment of your last interaction. What did they say? What did you say? Where exactly did things change? They are having conversations with mutual friends now. Casual questions that aren't casual at all. Have you talked to them lately? Are they doing okay? Did they mention me? Each question is really asking the same thing. Are they really done with me? They are posting things online now. Subtle messages that they hope you'll see. Song lyrics that might catch your attention. Photos from places you used to go together. All of it designed to pull you back in without them having to directly reach out. But you're not responding. You're not taking the bait. You're not playing the game anymore. This frustrates them more than they want to admit. Their ego is taking hits it's not used to taking. They scroll through old conversations sometimes, reading the words you used to send when you were trying to hold on. Back when you cared so much. Back when you needed them. Back when they had all the power. They see now how much effort you put in, how much you tried, how much you loved. And somewhere in their mind, respect is starting to form. Respect mixed with frustration because they are realizing you were actually strong enough to walk away. They check their phone constantly now, looking for your name, hoping for a notification. Messages sit in their drafts. Words they type and delete. Sentences they can't quite send. Because reaching out means admitting the power shift. And their pride won't let them do that. Not yet anyway. But the cracks are getting bigger. If this message resonates with you and you want to support the channel, you can give super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Your support helps us continue creating content that empowers you to value yourself and choose your peace over toxic patterns. Type 111 now to affirm your transformation and strengthen your commitment to yourself. They are trying to reach out now, but in ways that protect their ego. Little breadcrumbs of contact that test the waters. A random text asking a simple question. A casual hey that pretends everything is normal. A shared meme that requires no real conversation. Every word is carefully chosen. Every message is calculated to seem effortless. They are waiting to see how you respond. Will you jump at the chance to talk? Will you keep it short? Will you ignore them completely? When you do respond, your replies are different now. Short, polite, distant. You're not giving them the energy they're used to receiving. You're not feeding into their need for attention. This indifference from you cuts deeper than anger ever could. They could handle you being upset. They knew how to deal with your emotions. But this calm, this distance, this peace you've found without them, they don't have a strategy for this. Their ego is bruising with each cold response. Questions are forming that they never had to ask before. Am I not important to them anymore? Did I actually mean that little? Was I always this easy to let go of? The memories of good times keep surfacing now. Moments when things were perfect between you. Times when you laughed together and everything felt right. Their mind is being selective, filtering out all the bad and highlighting only the good. They are minimizing their own behavior. The times they hurt you are becoming smaller in their memory. The pain they caused is being rewritten as misunderstandings. They are creating new stories now. Versions of the past where they weren't really that bad. Where you were maybe too sensitive. Where things weren't actually their fault. But underneath all these stories, desperation is growing. The kind that comes from losing something you always thought would be there. Type 222 to continue strengthening your resolve and protecting your peace. Today, friends, they're telling a different story. One where they're the victim of your sudden change. I don't know what happened. They just switched up on me out of nowhere. They are painting themselves as confused and hurt. Like your boundaries came without warning. They're leaving out all the times you asked them to change. All the conversations where you explained what you needed. All the chances you gave them to do better. Their friends are giving them advice now. Move on. Let them go. They are not worth it. But they are not taking that advice. They can't. Because accepting that advice means accepting that they lost. That they pushed away someone good. That their actions had real consequences. Their pride is fighting against their growing awareness. They want to be right more than they want to be honest. In their mind, they are already planning what they'll say when you come back, the speech they'll give, the way they'll play it cool. They imagine scenarios where you realize you made a mistake, where you apologize for leaving, where they get to be the bigger person who takes you back. These fantasies play in their head like movies. But reality keeps interrupting, because you're not coming back. You're not breaking. You're not playing your old role anymore. Sometimes, in quiet moments they won't admit to anyone, they feel it. Real regret. Not the kind that comes from losing control, but the kind that comes from recognizing they hurt someone who didn't deserve it. These moments are rare, and they fight against them, because real regret requires real change. And change is scary. If you're ready to invest in your peace and continue this journey of growth, consider giving super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Your growth has inspired this moment in your life. Support the messages that empower you to keep choosing yourself. Type 333 to activate protection and clarity as you move forward powerfully. The moment of full realization is coming for them. The moment when it truly hits that you've moved on. Maybe it happens when they see you genuinely happy, smiling in ways you never smiled with them toward the end. Maybe it's when they notice you've stopped checking their profile, when your digital footprint completely disappears from their space. Or maybe it's when they finally gather the courage to reach out honestly, and your response shows them they're now just another person in your past. Whatever the trigger, the breakdown comes, private and hidden from everyone they've been pretending to. First comes anger, at you for changing, at the situation for not going their way, at themselves for not seeing this coming. They want to blame you, to make this your fault, to justify why they shouldn't feel bad about any of it. But blame doesn't stick the way it used to, because deep down they know the truth. The blame shifts inward. They start seeing clearly what they lost, not the version they told their friends about, the real version. They see your value now that it's gone. They recognize your worth now that someone else might recognize it too. They notice their own lack of growth, how they are still the same while you've transformed, how you evolved while they stayed stuck. There's jealousy in their heart now, jealousy of your peace, of your strength, of your ability to walk away from something that hurt you. They watch from a distance as you thrive, as you laugh, as you build a life that doesn't include them. And the bitterest pill? Knowing they had you, knowing you would have stayed if they had just treated you right. The lesson is learned, but the timing is all wrong. Type, I am free right now to seal this new chapter and affirm the powerful choice you've made for yourself. You did something incredibly hard. You broke a pattern that felt impossible to break. Walking away from someone you cared about, even when they hurt you, takes real strength. The kind of strength that comes from finally loving yourself more than you love the idea of them. They may never tell you, but they respect what you did. They see your growth even if their pride won't let them admit it. You prove that you're not someone who can be taken for granted anymore, that your love has value, that your peace matters more than their comfort. You chose yourself, and that choice has changed everything about who you are and who you're becoming. Type, I choose my peace to claim your power and complete this transformation.